It's STEM scholarship at Sungkyunkwan University in South Korea. I know a lot of our viewers are interested in studying in South Korea, but it's quite expensive. Like living costs are like quite high for, especially this is in Seoul, and Seoul is quite expensive. And the tuition fees, even though they're not extremely high, they're not like on the levels of United States, Canada, or like Australia maybe. They're still higher than Taiwan, for example. Anyway, so this is for master's and PhD students. It's full tuition. There are no specific nationalities for this one, but again, like as you would understand from STEM scholarship name, it's for engineering and medicine. And the admission deadline is July 31. What it covers up to 100% of tuition fees and 600,000 South Korean wons as initial settlement fund. So like you could get there and settle. And if you want to find the perfect scholarship for yourself, go to our website globalscholarships.com and use our free search tool. Type in the program, university, or the country you are interested in and see all the available scholarships. Use our filters to find the most suitable scholarship for yourself. It's completely free and doesn't even require registration. Find the perfect scholarship right now. Oh, hi. Okay. Hi, we have a question. I'm a grade D 11th student, and how can I get scholarship in Europe as an African Ethiopian student? I have the average 85% out of 100. Again, as you can see, like some of our viewers are asking specifically. First of all, thank you for the amount of information, like specific details you give us. This make it really much easier for us to help you. And as you can see, a lot of these scholarships don't have a specific nationality. So in Europe, like Europe doesn't offer that many scholarships as well. But if you want, like you can just go here and look into, for example, if you have a specific country you're interested, you might look into those. Like I'm not sure how competitive scholarships you need to be aiming at, targeting with that average. So Eamon would be a better, like would give us a better idea on that. Eamon, what do you think?
Yeah, so Europe is a little bit too big to narrow it down. But I have met with a lot of recruiting agents in European countries, and nowadays the regulations are very, very harsh when it comes to international students. So right now, getting a scholarship doesn't even guarantee a visa to the country. So universities no longer offer scholarships for students in countries where they know it's hard to get a visa. So that's one factor that everyone needs to keep in mind. Another thing that you can just note is that education in some European countries is free, even for international students. Namely, in Germany, it's extremely cheap. In France, in public universities, of course. So there's a select number of universities that fall under Campus France. So that's the body that governs these universities, and it's probably around 400 euros per semester that you need to pay. So I would assume you don't need a scholarship for that. Other than that, there are countries where you can study for free, but you have to do it in their native language. So if you want to study in English, you have to pay. And as you said, most universities in European countries don't really offer scholarships that often. And when they do, they just offer a limited number of scholarships to the top applicants. So they're always very competitive. So if you want to study in Europe, you just have to probably go to countries where education is free. So you'd have to cover other expenses, of course. But I would say that that's the best option that is realistically available to most people. Um, Aiming for scholarships is always good, but there is no guarantee that anyone would get them. So you'd have to just be within the top 1% of applicants. And that's not always an option for everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Ayman. And again, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. If you want to give us more like information, more detail about, or ask about any other like feature element of your situation, just feel free to ask them. Again, thank you, Ayman. So yeah, back to this scholarship. Again, as you can see, 600,000 South Korean wons for initial settlement, and then you can get extra scholarships during the research semester if you're a PhD student, not for masters. So it has some eligibility criteria. An incoming international master's or PhD student at SKKU enrolling programs from the natural sciences, engineering, and medical departments, of course, since it's a STEM scholarship. So anyway, the school is in Seoul. As you can see, there are other scholarships as well, 4 other scholarships, and you can get more information about the school, like deadlines here, tuition fees. As you can see, it's not as low as Taiwan, which was like about $4,000-5,000. This is about like $10,000-15,000, but this scholarship covers that. But I believe like if you want to study in Seoul, your main problem actually, probably like living in Seoul would be potentially more expensive than this as a student. So yeah, you should have a plan for covering your financial costs in there. If you want to see the university, let's just go and look at it here. Oops, here it is in Seoul. This is social sciences, this is natural sciences. Let's look at this one. This is the university basically. This, of course, like there are other programs as well, but this scholarship covers just the STEM programs. So anyway, this is the school, and if you want to learn more about the scholarship, you can just come here and click here and go to the university's page. Again, like I believe Ayman says, like South Korean universities are kind of better at this, like updating their information on their like English websites. But still, I think it would serve to let's just go to the original website and then using Google Translate to get more information, more updated recent information. As you can see, this is the scholarship. There are other scholarships as well. Like here we have merit-based one for merit-based for graduates, general scholarships. But this is the one we are talking about. As you can see, it has like you need to be recommended by a professor. And like GPA is kind of high, quite high. So yeah, here's the eligibility criteria. Other than that, there's not that much of a information. So yeah, that's basically it. It's STEM scholarship at Sungkyunkwan University. Ayman, do you want to add anything about this one?
Yes, just concerning that last point where I said that South Korean universities are better at this. So this is just one example where they're not, because I think yesterday I checked this very scholarship and I went to the Korean website and it's no longer there. So I think, yeah, that's one example. I mean, unless I completely missed it, but I checked their admission guide and it wasn't there. So unless they just
forget about it, maybe
renamed it,
Okay.
maybe. But yeah, I couldn't see it. I only could see the merit-based scholarships that students get upon admission. But this one, I just couldn't find.
All right. So, like, I guess we need to give a disclaimer here, guys. The scholarship might not exist anymore. Just be aware of that. But it was here. Like at this point, the point of this live stream, it was here.